Classes with Miss Brookie. Classes so much fun with Miss Brookie. Classes with Miss Brookie. Hey guys, welcome to the art studio. So kindergartners, you are so #blessed because you guys get 2 episodes of the art studio this week. Your teachers asked me if I could help them with something. So I heard that you are learning about a really cool animal that lives at Heathwood, who's an amphibian, who maybe likes to hop and eat flies. So we're learning about how to draw a frog this week. I want to talk about a little bit about how scientific drawings and imagination drawings are a little different. It's kind of like fact and fiction. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how we know to draw like scientists. Okay, get ready. Let's get creative. Okay guys, so up first we have is this a realistic frog or imaginary frog? I hope everyone says imaginary frog because this is definitely not a realistic one. So we want to look at the difference between what a realistic frog looks like and what a cartoon frog looks like. Cartoon frogs are sometimes fun to draw. They have smiley faces and eyes, but you notice they're way different than what a real frog looks like. Look at this real frog. He's laying on a blade of grass, and this is actually a frog that lives in South Carolina. It's just a tree frog. If you notice, it has large eyes, large back legs to hop with, and it doesn't look quite like a cartoon frog. Okay, so I have a cartoon frog right now underneath an umbrella. You're like, oh, that's so cute and adorable. It is cute and adorable, but frogs, we know, do not look like that. They don't have big eyes like that kind of eyes and smiley face. They don't have smiley faces. So our frog, wait, is there a real frog that can go underneath an umbrella? Yes, there is. And it's awesome. I love this picture, and it's from real life. Okay guys, so let's think a little bit more about when we use realistic drawings and when we use imaginary drawings. So when we do, just like when we think about books, there's 2 different kind of books we get in the library. There's nonfiction books and fiction books. So a fiction book would probably have an imaginary or a cartoon frog. And a scientific book would be a nonfiction book and would have a realistic frog in it, or even photos of that frog. Those are informational books, and I know you're learning about the difference between informational and fiction books. Both books are awesome, but today we're focusing just like a scientist would and we're going to be drawing realistic frogs. So the first thing let's talk about is what kind of art mediums and materials we're going to need. So this is going to be an easier project. We don't need a lot of different things, but we're going to talk about what you have at your house. Of course, you're going to need a pencil and an eraser if your eraser is like mine and there's no one on the end. You're also going to need maybe something to outline it with a flare. I'm going to use a Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie at home and you're not allowed to use one, you can always use later a washable marker or any kind of dark pen, or if you have a flare pen like at school, that would be awesome. I'm going to color in using colored pencils. But if you don't have colored pencils, you can always use crayons or you can use markers. I think when we're using doing realistic drawings, sketchings, I think it always looks great with colored pencils. But again, artist choice on that. I would suggest this, or if you even want to do a watercolor later, if you have those, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to, of course, start with a Sharpie because you can't really see my lines. Okay, so go get your materials and let's get back and start getting to work. Or as I should say, let's hop to it. Okay, kindergartners, you've got all your materials, so let's get started. I'm going to be honest, frogs are actually really hard to draw. I think that's why a lot of people do the cartoon frogs. It's a little easier, but I know you guys can do it. If you noticed when we went into the art studio, there was a big painting of a tree frog, and you actually did that? Hayward, who was John's big brother, and when he was in kindergarten. So I know you guys can do it. So we're going to first start, you guys are going to, of course, do it in pencil first, okay? So you can erase it. I'm going to do it with Sharpie, and I'm a little nervous even to do it myself in a Sharpie, because frogs are easy to make a mistake on. So we're going to start first by making its mouth. So you're going to go and make kind of a curved line. Don't start until you see what the shape's going to be. Okay? It comes down just a little bit more. Okay, so we kind of have this shape. Now we're going to make a hump for where its eye is going to be, and then we're going to come down and make its body. So I don't want a kind of a curve like that because it wouldn't have enough room. So we're going to take it and we're going to curve all the way down to here, okay? You kind of make a dip right there. Next, we're going to make on its back legs. We talked about the back legs are long so they can have a giant hop. It kind of reminds me of another animal that has strong back legs to jump with. Could it be rabbits? Just like rabbits. So this is how you're going to make your back leg. You're going to make kind of a sideways U, just like that. And then you're going to come and you're going to do the opposite way on this one. So you're going to start in the middle of your other U, come out, and go just like that. And you have the back leg. Now we need to make its toes. So we're going to come and kind of make 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And come like that. And at the end, I'm going to just go and make some of the circles on the back legs. Okay, now let's make the other part of its mouth and its front legs. So I'm going to come about right here, okay? Right there. And I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down and I'm going to make its front legs. Make a curve. Then I'm going to do the same thing I did. 1, 2, 3. Gonna come up, just like that. And then let's make its belly. So I kind of want this to come up like this, and then we're gonna go shoop for its belly. Okay? Then its front legs. Let's make the little suckers on the front. Here we go. And we need to make the frog's eye. So I make a big circle, and then I'm going to make a smaller circle in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and color it in black, but you don't have to do that if you are using a pencil because you can color in and use your colors. And then we're going to make the other part of the eye, which just comes right like this. Okay? Now, we're going to make the line for the frog. Okay. So, I told you, frogs are not easy. I would kind of probably want to redo mine, but I'm not. Now let's add some cool details. You can add, now this is another thing we're talking about. Frogs. Would I color this pink with polka dots? No. I love pink and I love polka dots, but this is not the frog for that. Would I do a purple frog? No. Would I do a poison dart frog? Well, you remember he has a red eye and blue? No, because we're drawing a Heathwood frog. So we could draw a green tree frog. We can add spots on the back, brown spots, dark green spots. I'm going to make mine kind of look like that tree frog we looked at. So I'm going to take my colors, and I'm going to use a lighter green, because I like when the tree frogs are light, and I'm going to get a brown. Okay? And I'm just going to come, and I'm going to make kind of maybe some dark spots around its eye, kind of like a stripe. Okay? And maybe it can come down even. Maybe I want the stripe to be brown too, so I can go over this line. And always, if you wanted to stop and pause, do that, and you could outline it. Okay, then I'm just going to color in green, okay? And we're going to do that with a fast forward. Okay, here's the Flash coloring. I'm going really fast like the Flash. I just want you to notice that I am coloring in the lines. I'm taking my time. If we use colored pencils, I like to go on the outside and then go on the inside from the outline. I'm also making sure I turn the paper for whenever I want to get a better angle. And remember, artists do that. They try to get the best angle that they can. And again, color in your line. Also remember that with a colored pencil, you might have to sharpen it, and you want to bear down a little harder than you would with a crayon. Okay, can't wait to see yours. Finish coloring up, and let's get back together. So, we finished our realistic frog. Great job. I told you it is not that easy. So, take your time, take breaks if you need to, don't get frustrated. Okay, don't forget to check out my other art videos this week, and have a great week, and send in your art to your teachers. Also, I think you guys might be up for a challenge. If I want you to write 3 words that would describe this frog. So if I want a description word, I would think about something that would describe it. So I could say, let's see, he's green, right? He has long back legs. So think of words that could describe a frog. Got it? So you would write 3 words on your frog. Send them to your teachers, and I can't wait to see them, and I know they're going to be surprised. Okay, bye guys.